Hey guys, so just an update here. Our season is pretty much over. We'll have a little bit left over to do, maybe some second pass stuff that'll come up, but um, it has been quite a ride. 3 weeks of pretty much nonstop flying, and yeah, it's been pretty crazy. So pretty much 3 weeks of nonstop flying. Had some helper planes come in and help us. Had the Pawnee running, and yeah. Anyway, I got one B load to do tonight, and then I'm caught up for right now with what's released. There may be another 400 or 500 acres coming in later, towards the end of the week. But swag is in. Iowa Flying Farmer hats and shirts are in. It's got the same logo on the back as well. So anyway, if you guys are interested in any of that, let us know. I've got to get this airplane out, and she is quite filthy. You remember how shiny it was? It is filthy. So, and it has been cleaned up a couple times since we started. So anyway, got to go do a B load tonight, so after 6 o'clock, and get that done, and then we are caught up for a couple days maybe. But yeah, it's been a great season. The Lord has blessed us tremendously, and we're thankful for all of it, for the safety, for the loads, and for the help. So anyway, thank you to Seth, our new pilot, all of our ground crew. Thanks for Shane and McCall for coming up and helping us out from Oklahoma, and they were working for somebody else as well, so that worked out too. That's kind of an update for right now, and we'll throw in some flying videos. So talk to you later. So, in today's episode of Things That Go Wrong While Owning a Business, anyway, we have discussed sealing the hopper. We sealed the hopper pre-season. Found out that on this airplane, if I got above 420 gallons in it, it would start leaking. So, we put water in it about a week ago, different levels, and found out what level it started leaking at. So now we know generally what area to start looking. So everything we sealed down below that is working perfectly. It's set up hard and it is sealing the hopper. But now that we're in kind of a lull between spraying and seeding, we need to get in there and address the leak in the upper part of the hopper. So anyway, I'm gonna hop in the hopper. And I've been really dragging my feet on this. I'm just so tired of being in that hopper and working on it. So obviously it won't matter for seeding, but I wanna get it done and get this job completed so it's nothing that I have to deal with next year pre-season. So anyway, we're gonna get in the hopper and see what it looks like. Okay, one thing I do know that on this side of the hopper, there was some fiberglass repair work that had been done in the past, and it does not look like it adhered to the side of the hopper. So where it's kind of pulling away from the hopper, I'm going to try and get it cut out of there, get all the loose stuff out, and then we'll seal over top of it with the stuff we've been using. So anyway, just we'll get in there and get after it because it's not going to fix itself, I guess. And so that's the stuff that is in here. Did seal good. I see there's, I must have had a air pocket there, so I need to fix that. But if Kimberly can get the camera up in here, here's some fiberglass repair work. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get some gloves. That obviously is not good. So I'm gonna have to cut that out. And I thought I had all this power washed better than that, but obviously I don't. So anyway, this needs to be pulled over by the hydrant and the power washer and redone. But anyway, I'm gonna have Kimberly get me some gloves, and then I'll work on getting some of that loose fiberglass out of here, and then we'll go get this washed out, I guess. We did run tank cleaner through here, so, and then power washed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's really sealing anything. I'll just get all this stuff down there. I'll just have to open up the door and get it out of here, but not good at all. Wow, it's all just coming off. I don't want to damage the outside of the hopper.
Right.
And the stuff that I did. So yeah. So I think that's a clean enough edge that we could seal over that. So let's pull it over to the hydrant and get this power washed out of here. This could be a major fail. We'll see. This is for a rear view mirror attachment. That way I can see if anybody's tailgating me while I'm out flying around. Actually, it's just kind of nice to be able to watch your spray in the mirror and see how it's working. And I do have the right boom shut off, so it's just kind of another visual to when I'm flying across the field to make sure that both booms are on when they're supposed to be, instead of having to look down out the side. And anyway, here we go. I just drilled a hole in my tank. Okay, good stuff. I think I'll get a bolt, just kind of hold that one in place, and then see if we can get the other hole set. Okay, so does that look level-ish?
I think it looks good.
Okay, so I'm going to mark that as being, okay, so there's the corner. There they are. Yay. We did good, hon.
That'll be good.
And then we will just goop around the holes. But we need to get stainless steel hardware for that. I'll find the correct length of bolt that we need, and then we'll head to the store and get some stainless.
So what you up to today?
Well, look at my tire here. I think I've got about all the goodie out of it I'm going to get. So I think it needs to be replaced. So perfect time to do it. It's too windy. I know you can't tell from here, but we're trying to seed oats and it's way too windy for oats. So it's actually too windy even for cereal rye. Cereal rye is heavier. You can push it a little bit further than you can with oats, but we're working on oats right now. We got to get the oats done because the oats have a deadline, and I think we're maybe 5 days from the deadline. So trying to get all the oats done, but as long as we're what we call winded out, we can't fly because it's windy, good time to change the tire. And if you look at the other tire, I got plenty of tread on that one. So I'm just going to change this one out. And I've actually got a good used tire. When I bought this airplane, it had half-life tires on it, and I just pulled them off and put brand new tires on it because I didn't want to have to change them mid-season. So I have those on the shelf. So we're going to use one of those and put it on this side today. If I remember how to do this. And then I'll have to have my mechanic come back and look at everything and certify it and sign it off in the logbook, because I don't know if this is something that I can legally do as an owner, but I'm going to have my maintenance guy check everything over and make sure it's all good when we're done. So if you come around here, there's a ring that you just kind of take a screwdriver and pull out, kind of work it around, and then that's holding this cap in, and then that's where the nut is to pull pull that off. So, and if I remember right, I gotta pull those brake calipers off to be able to pull the rest off. Pretty sure. So anyway, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a learning experience. The maintenance guy is kind of busy today, so he's letting me do this on my own, and then he'll come by and check it later. And we'll put a new key back in. Keys are cheap. All right, I don't know if this is the correct wrench.
She needs a new kick.
New kicks. Okay. All right. That, and then we will repack these wheel bearings before we put them on. Put them back on. So that is the outside one. Nice and greasy. Okay, now. Okay, so my assumption is I take all these off, which lets these back plates come off. And then this can pull off the pegs, and then that'll be loose. Okay, and they're still in good shape. And then comes, oh, see how it's got, I can't really, see how it's got pegs?
Oh, yeah.
The pegs go in there. So that wasn't going to allow this rotor to pull off with that on there. Now, once again, you got to make sure you're holding your tongue the right way while doing this. Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't have to pull that off the pegs, I don't think. Okay,
Nice.
so that bearing and everything is in there, held with that clip. So let's take our little tire. Well, we'll just do it here. We got more light here, so I'm going to set this down carefully because that's my brake rotor. I'll just replace those last year. So they're in good shape. So this is a split rim. Obviously, I don't want to loosen these yet. I got to let air out of that tire because that air is putting pressure on it. This tire has plenty of tread left on it. Looks weird because it doesn't have a center groove, but it's got a lot of tread left on it. So anyway, that'll be the replacement. Oops. So for this, you got to have the air removal dubicary, which it just reaches in it. It'll take the valve stem out.
It like shoots it out though, doesn't it?
Hang on, watch out. No, it ain't bad. Got these old storage blankets. I guess I'll use them. Well, now that I did that, I actually need it upright. Because now I gotta hold my tongue correctly, and hold these on each side. There's where the valve stem's going to come out. Oh, I see. It's marking, so it's balancing the tire.
Oh, so you got to keep them marked.
Yeah. Got to keep your tires balanced.
That's interesting. So most of them are 1, but
Yeah, just needed a little bit extra weight. Highway noise. I don't know if Mike's got a balancer or not. I've never really balanced them. Just for giggles, let's just kind of scrape off some dirt. We'll put the rotor back where it was. So this is gonna loosen it up here. Brake rotor.
interesting.
Okay. Valve stem's gonna be up. Well, when you have tools that you forget you have, I have a tire bead breaker. That and a little bit of lubrication does the trick every time. So I messed up. I got the other one loose and I got all excited and I pulled it out. Well, I should have left it in because now I don't have anything holding this side up to break this side because it's all, the cavity's empty now. So basically what I need to do is put the rim back in there again. Make sure this is, and we'll clean this up before we getting your spray bottle all dirty. Okay, so now I should be able to, there. We'll see if my theory is correct. Yep, seems to be working.
Nice. So this contraption that you used is for this very reason.
Yes, it even has an airplane on it. Bogart Aviation. So I'm sure if this were for a motorcycle tire, it'd be about $100, but since it's for an airplane tire, it's about $500. And it's basically the same thing. Not that I'm being sarcastic or anything, but okay, here's the bottom rotor. Oh, get out of there. Okay. So, what we'll do we will clean this up, get ready to go back together. It's a little bit nasty. But yeah, hey, got the tire off. Anyway, making progress. It's the name of the game, making progress. Now I've got the pneumatic buffing wheel, but I don't want to overdo it. I'm going to see if this will work first before I get too crazy. Okay. That'll give me some squirty. Thanks. Okay. So, there was nothing wrong with these tires when I took them off. So, I'm gonna see if I can get by with not putting a brand new tube in it. We'll see. The trick is to get the bolts lined up. For snugging, we will need to torque these. It says right on here, torque wheel nuts to 150 inch-pounds. Okay. I think they're snug, so I'm going to go and get the torque wrench. Okay, so I was correct. Foot-pounds divided by 12 gets you inch-pounds. So, or I'm sorry, inch-pounds divided by 12 gets you foot-pounds. So 150 inch-pounds is 12.5 foot-pounds. So there's 10, and I know that's hard for you guys to see the numbers. So 10's over here. I'm at the 10 and the 0. So I need 11, 12 and a half. Tighten that down so that doesn't turn. I may need to get a different one, like just a small inch-pound, smaller one. I think what I've got here is probably a little bit excessive. Why? What's going on here? That doesn't seem right. Why do I feel like I'm about ready to break something? It's getting easier. Yeah, we just broke it. I just broke something. All right. It's always good to have spare parts laying around. There's one. Bolts are worth $50 a piece. All right. Take the next one off. Hopefully my feet don't slip.
Yeah.
Anybody need any street glow neon kits? I used to sell those back in the day. Whew.
Yikes.
All right, I should put my tools in my pocket so I don't. Here we go. Going back down. Whoa.
Yikes.
You holding that? Just kidding.
Okay.
I may have exaggerated. Whoa! That wasn't an exaggeration. I was gonna say I may have exaggerated that a little bit. Woo!
Yikes. Glad to see you're down.
Woo! That was kind of try and air it up, huh? Before we get too crazy. You don't go back to tool. Actually, I'll let you get this fired up. I'll go see if I got correct tools. Paper over here as far as tire pressure on the front.
I put it back here.
Wow. 45. That's what we want, right?
Perfect.
Okay.
Very nice.
So I just had some extra grease in my palm I got out of the grease gun, and I basically just packed it down inside that bearing, and it took all of it, so obviously needed it. So I just need to get, I mean, we don't have a whole lot left to go, but we'll just get finished up, and then we'll probably put new tires on, repack the bearings, and all that stuff. So all that fun stuff.
New bolts.
New bolts in the rims for sure. Okay. Watch that grease rag so it doesn't get you. So this you just kind of lift up on the tire. It allows it to push that bearing up in there. And sometimes you gotta kind of spin it. Kind of get it to get up in there further. And I kind of spin it so it seats itself. Try not to get this too far in there, because if that valve stem spun around and then I hit it with the wrench and ripped it off, then we'd be taking everything back apart again. So I'm just trying to be real careful here. What do you think? Will that work for an airplane?
I think you did good.
What do you suppose the chances are that one of these would work?
That'd be awesome.
I don't think it's that one. Oh. It says Ag Cat axle nut.
Ah.
I'm gonna have to relabel it now. It's not for the Ag Cat anymore. Yeah. So I need my glasses on and a new key. I'll take the old key over. And of course you gotta get your cotter pins. You can't go to the local farm store and get them. You gotta pay 4 times as much and get them from an aircraft hardware dealer. You just gotta find the right drawer. Nope, still not the right drawer. I got it down here with my fasteners apparently. Oh yeah. Straight from aircraft spruce right there. All right. All kinds of fun stuff in here. All kinds of expensive stuff in here.
You have to have the parts.
Gotta have parts. Gotta be able to work on stuff after hours. My nearest parts, aircraft parts place is in southern Missouri, so I gotta have stuff on hand. And that's all I know about that.
And of course it's Friday after 5.
It's Friday after 5, of course it is. Absolutely. Like that. Make sure it's seated in the groove so the cap won't come off. There you have it.
Nice.
And that's how you change a tire on an airplane.
Yeah. Now we know.
Well,
we still gotta put
don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
This is a what I do, not how to channel.
Right.
But we'll get our mechanic over here and he can check everything over.
He just sent me an email, so he must not be out on the rangeland.
Speaking of, I probably need to take this cap off so he can look at that. So
Oh, right.
I guess we get to take the cap back off again so the mechanic can look at it, and then I will start putting brake calipers on. So, okay, you guys, I'll be back with you in a second. I gotta take the cap off again. All right, so that just puts up there like that. Gotta slide this in behind. Get it on the other side of the brake rotor. Hold your tongue just right. You know what? I think I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way back towards the top. That's what I think. For some reason, I don't know why, but I think that should work better. And this was 7/16, right? Yes, do not put these on at the impact. And then we'll let the mechanic torque these down with his torque wrench, because I'm not going to use mine. I need to get a smaller torque wrench is what I need to do. And I need to check the book and see what the torque setting is on these. And that's in the office. So we'll repeat the process over here.
Mikey said we're all good.
Mikey's happy. Mikey's happy. We're all happy.